Welcome back, everyone. Dr. Aaron Chadwick here, part of Your Nutrition Physicians. And today we're going to be talking about acne. Is this you? Well, that was me. Between the ages of 15 years old and 20 years old, for 5 straight years, I suffered from severe cystic acne. I had to take the antibiotic tetracycline for those 5 straight years, 3 times a day. If I missed one dose, I would get a 2-inch pustule full of pus in my skin. And at that point in my life, I was very poor with my mom, and she would take me on the bus down to Jackson Memorial Hospital, which was a student hospital, teaching hospital, and the student doctors would work on me. The student doctors would take these hypodermic needles and stick them in my face and pull out the pus. It was a very traumatic experience for me. I was very shy. I was introverted. I had really very few friends in social life. Girls wouldn't even look at me. It was a very traumatic experience for me. And then one day when I was 20 years old, my dad gave me a book called the Nutrition Almanac. And I read that book and I had an aha moment. I realized that I was never told the truth about the real cause behind the cause of my acne. And when I read that book, I found out there were 2 major things that were causing my acne. But the doctors never told me this. And so when I read that book, it started talking to me and telling me about the relationship between nutrients and how nutrients help to feed my body. And if I didn't have enough of these nutrients, if I was deficient, if I had nutrient deficiencies, that would lead me to have acne. And they had research studies that showed when people who had acne started replenishing and putting back these particular nutrients, their acne got better. And the other side of the coin, there was also good research that there were toxicities in the body, and the combination of these deficiencies of different nutrients and these toxins in our bodies caused acne. And then when I started to follow the directions and the advice in this book, it took me about a year, my skin cleared up. And what the book taught me was a couple of different things. Number one, that the vitamin A, is a very, very crucial nutrient for acne. Vitamin A is responsible for having good, healthy skin. But the book also let me in on a secret that you have to also have the right amount of zinc in your body. Zinc is a mineral that works together with vitamin A. As a matter of fact, if you have enough vitamin A in your body and you don't have enough zinc, the vitamin A won't work. You need the zinc to get the vitamin A to your skin to help to heal your skin of all that acne. And I also learned that vitamin E was another very, very important nutrient for helping to clear the skin of acne. Now, vitamin A, I found out through research, you get vitamin A from the brightly colored fruits and vegetables. So cantaloupes and squash, sweet potatoes are really good sources of vitamin A. Zinc is one of the best sources of zinc is in pumpkin seeds. So I started to incorporate more of the vitamin A containing foods and more of the pumpkin seeds. I put pumpkin seeds in my salads. I put it in my smoothies. I just eat them as a snack. And it was a great way of replenishing the zinc in my body and helped me tremendously. And then also vitamin E. Vitamin E is found in nuts and seeds like almonds and sunflower seeds have a lot of vitamin E. And one of the best sources of vitamin E actually comes from whole grain wheat. But specifically, you need to get sprouted bread. So sprouted whole wheat bread is available. I eat it all the time, and it's a great source of vitamin E. Because the other breads, even regular whole wheat flour, they process it in a way that it destroys the vitamin E. But the sprouting of the bread is very, very good, and it keeps the vitamin E intact. Now, going back to the deficiencies and toxicities, how do we know if our bodies are deficient? Well, the blood test will tell you certain things. For example, we know that we're deficient in zinc. There's a particular enzyme in our body that's done in the blood test, a common blood test. It's called alkaline phosphatase. And alkaline phosphatase is an enzyme that actually shows if the number in your blood is below 65, then we have a deficiency of zinc. That's very important. And so the way we can tell about vitamin A deficiency in your blood if we look at the vitamin D levels. So the vitamin D levels are an indirect way of looking at your vitamin A and your vitamin E. Why? Because vitamin A, vitamin E, and vitamin D are all in the same category, the same class of vitamins. We call them fat-soluble vitamins. So if you're deficient in vitamin D, you're deficient in vitamin A, and you're deficient in vitamin E. So when it comes to vitamin D, we want to be between 50 and 60 milligrams per deciliter in our blood to have good, healthy vitamin D levels. And that will make sure we have enough vitamin A. But again, I mentioned the food sources of these things. These are very helpful. Now, what I also learned, too, as I started doing more research, I had that aha moment, that epiphany that, man, foods and stuff really do matter. I started cleaning up my diet. I started getting off, because I was eating a lot of junk food. I was eating chips and drinking a lot of dairy products, eating cheese, eating red meat every day. I had no idea, because my dermatologist never told me there was a relationship. When I started getting off all that junk food and I started incorporating more vitamin A foods, more zinc foods, and more vitamin E foods, my body started to change. My skin started to heal. Again, it took about a year. And then I was digging more and more, and I found out, how do I know what other deficiencies my body has and what toxicities that we have? So I found out through an ancient secret that there's a way of looking at your body to figure out what your deficiencies are and your toxicities are. And believe it or not, it's looking at your poop. And it sounds strange, but I promise you, it works, because the texture of your poop, the color, it sounds strange, even the odor tells us about the deficiencies of our organs in our body. And more specifically, we can see the condition of your liver, of your spleen, and also of your intestines through looking at your poop. So what my wife and I have done, we put together a class. Believe it or not, it's a 5-day class. We call it a challenge. That's going to teach you how to look at the deficiencies and toxicities, which are really the true cause of acne. And we're going to teach you how to look at your poop to understand which of these organ systems are out of balance and how to get them back into balance. And then it's going to get you on the road to getting your skin cleared. Now, the other aha moment for me was the deficiencies and toxicities that relate to acne relate to almost every other disease or every other symptom that we have in our bodies. That's right. Even things like high blood pressure and diabetes and high cholesterol and all that stuff, it has to do with, and we can correct those issues with knowing what we're deficient in and knowing what we're toxic in. So this is Dr. Aaron Chadwick. Again, my wife and I have set up a class. It's a challenge. It's a 5-day challenge. And as we get closer, it's going to be sometime in July. But you can click on the link below, and we're going to be updating you on what's happening. So if you click and you subscribe to this channel and turn on your notifications, we'll let you know when the next video comes out, when we get more information about this class we're doing or this challenge that we're doing. But also, too, if you subscribe below and you click on the notifications, we're going to be doing other classes just like this, other videos like this. And we have every Monday night at 7 p.m., we do a question and answer class up on Facebook Live and on Instagram Live. So you can ask all your nutrition questions, ask anything you want about acne and all these things. And we're going to be there to answer your questions. It's going to be a free class, and the link is going to be in the comment box below. So please click on that. That's it for now. I'm Dr. Aaron Chadwick, part of Your Nutrition Physicians. Stay healthy, and as always, God bless you guys, and we'll see you back next time.